It wasn't that long ago when we got news that EA and FIFA were splitting. This was back during FIFA 22, in which rumors started to occur, and then it wasn't that much longer until we got the official confirmation. This allowed us to go through FIFA 23 knowing that this was going to be the very last FIFA, well, at least in terms of what EA would be developing, and that they will be going for their very own title, which at that point was already somewhat announced. They already released what the name of the new title would be called. But now we're at the point with FC 24 now released and has been out for the last 2 months. Was this really the right choice? And that's what we'll be answering in today's video. But before we do get into the video, if you are going through FC 24 and you want some cheap, fast and reliable coins, then there is no better place than U4GM. There is a link in the description down below, and if you use code Fanatic, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Now, let's get back into it. We've somewhat documented the journey of EA and FIFA splitting. We first started talking about it when rumors were going around. We then recorded a follow-up video when it was confirmed that they were splitting. And then we've been documenting the journey and the hype building up to the release of FC 24, where we couldn't avoid not talking about FIFA. It was included. It was a big deal. But now that the game has released and it's been 2 months, let's actually go through some things. So a big reason for why this split happened was because how much FIFA were looking to charge EA for licensing, in which there's reported numbers out there, but we don't have anything official. But another big rumor that was also going around at the time, and a topic that we covered within some of those previous videos, was that FIFA would dictate everything. They would control where EA would put any money. And all the time, it was mainly put to Ultimate Team. FIFA wanted to get a return on investment, which is sensible for any business. But it does mean that for every other game mode as part of FIFA at the time, it would get nothing or next to nothing. Ultimate Team would get all of these amazing game modes, these new additions, and then slowly those changes would trickle down to other game modes. So Ultimate Team would get seasons, and then maybe a year or 2 later, that's when we can see seasons as a part of Volta and Pro Clubs. There's never really a moment where any of the other game modes came out on top. But with FIFA being taken away, no longer being part of this relationship, EA not buying in, that meant this split would happen. So not only would EA save a good chunk of change, as they're no longer buying into FIFA's licensing, they're getting their own independent licensing, but it also frees them away from being under this dictatorship of FIFA. Well, so to speak. And that's why EA were trying to hit the ground running. They highlighted all the new changes to prove that this is the best football simulator. They brought in new leagues that we haven't seen before, made some big changes, and also some big promises. And if they were to follow through on this, it would certainly appear as if the rumor that FIFA dictated everything was true. All EA had to do was not drop the ball. And, well, in my opinion, they dropped the ball. There are certainly some good changes. EA did get licensing for all the major leagues. There were some that fell through, but they picked up others. Women were introduced as a bigger part of gameplay, slowly been ramping up every single year, but bringing them to Ultimate Team was a big move. Evolutions was also pretty good. They finally fixed the position changing so that in draft it actually works. But you'll recognize that what I'm going through here are mainly benefits for Ultimate Team. That's because yet again, despite EA separating from FIFA, EA still opted in to prioritize Ultimate Team over every other game mode. And despite prioritizing Ultimate Team, they still left some major problems. Gameplay is still inconsistent on a game mode by game mode basis, a day by day basis, a game by game basis. It'll be perfectly fine during one game and then suddenly becomes extremely slow, sluggish. The following game, you've got speed up lag. There's this weird freezing that happens every couple of seconds that doesn't appear to be speed up lag because there is no speed up, but it does just jolt all the way through. It wouldn't be a problem if it just happened once or twice per game, but as said, it's every couple of seconds. It's still slow and sluggish on certain days. During the weekend, going through Champions Final, it is horrific. And of course, we can't forget that draw quits are still part of the game, despite it being fairly easy to fix. And these are complaints on a game mode which did get the most attention. Complaints across other game modes are way worse. because it is another year where it is a lackluster experience. So what does all of this mean? Why am I just rambling about the game of FC 24? Well, it gives the impression that the rumor that FIFA would dictate everything wasn't actually true. Because if they did and EA wanted to go into a different direction, with this being the first year where FIFA wasn't supposed to dictate things, why have they gone in the exact same direction as what they've done in previous years? If anything, in my opinion, it's worse because I'm experiencing way more issues this year in terms of just bugs and glitches in Ultimate Team than what I've had any year prior. The menu freezes all the time. Some of the promises that EA put out, such as being able to have a claim all button within objectives, it is a claim all button, but it isn't. It's only for individual challenges as part of a group, and you can claim all within a group, but you can't claim all objectives. And there's been several times just being within the menu where the game would crash. So with all of this, does this mean that the split was a wrong choice? No, because we also need to wait for what FIFA releases. FIFA isn't releasing a game this year. They're going to wait until next year, where they're going to continue the cycle of FIFA being a yearly franchise, and they're going to restart with FIFA 25. But with this, I also don't have high hopes for that as a game, because back when this split first happened, you had EA saying what they wanted to say about their new game and how it's going to be the best, and FIFA also did the exact same thing, except FIFA said it in a way which just goes against all game development, and they stated that FIFA 25 will be the best e-game. Yes, they did actually say e-game, but it'll be the best e-game simply because it has FIFA within the title. Now that doesn't really fill me with confidence. It does sound like they're just going to slap FIFA, their name, on top of a very crappy game and hope that it will sell. It also doesn't help that we still do not know who the developer will be for FIFA 25. There's rumors that it could be 2K, which would be best case scenario in my opinion. EA even took inspiration from 2K with The Journey, as that was inspired from the My Player Career. I'm not actually sure what it's called. Please let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But they were inspired by the career mode that NBA had on offer within their games. So that would be good, but considering we still haven't heard anything about this, we also need to highlight that EA used to take around 2 years to develop FIFA. Yes, it's a yearly franchise, but they would have 2 separate teams rotating the ones that would be leading development for that year. And of course, they would then share resources. So even with the announcement of when FIFA and EA did finally split, it was already cutting it close to a development timeline. That's not including that this is going to be the first time creating assets from completely scratch, rebuilding the foundation, and likely building a completely new team for a completely new project. It's a lot of work, and there's going to be a lot of setbacks if they were still intending to release for a FIFA 25, which is less than a year away. The benefit is that they do have all the licensing available, but with it, no game. And for me, as someone that did do game design at university and worked a short period of time in the industry, you can have the naming rights to everything, but if the gameplay is bad, it's a bad game. It is not going to perform well. Now we're left in this current situation. I would hope that by the time we get around to the release window for FIFA 25, at the exact same time, we'll also have FC 25, that it would bring in some competition. That both EA and also FIFA go head to head, 2 mega giants, and that ultimately improves gameplay experience. It fixed some of the issues that we talked about within this video, specifically Ultimate Team, because I'm an Ultimate Team player, but overall for other game modes that really just do not get attention. Because if not, hopefully FIFA would be better, and then we're able to go and switch over to there where it's just going to disappoint EA, and then hopefully they improve them, and then so and so. Competition going head to head in this situation can only end well for the consumer, except if both of them do end up dropping the ball. And to be honest, right now, I don't have high expectations for either side. EA have now failed to show that they will improve. It still feels like the exact same game as what we had before, the exact same problems with a few more on top. And with the limited information that we do know about FIFA 25, I'm still not filled with hope with the words that have been said. It does just sound like another cash grab yet again from FIFA, thinking that they can put out the bare minimum and slap their name on and still make millions from it. These are both two ridiculous takes, and it's hard to tell who will come out on top. What I would like is if there was a third party to take the crown. Now, there is UFL out there, which has been building up for the past few years, and it's definitely gained quite a bit of attention. The issue with UFL is that they may get gameplay down, which is the most important thing, but it's going to be very difficult for them to reach the same level as EA and FIFA when it comes to licenses. They do already have a few licenses. They even got a license for Ronaldo to use his likeness within promotion, but it comes nowhere near to what EA and FIFA have. And even though it sounds like a very small deal, it really wasn't, especially with the likes of PES. PES some years had some really good gameplay. Back in 2014 and 2015, when gameplay within Ultimate Team was awful, PES got a lot of attention. That is when the Black Ball pack opening became massive. But no one enjoyed playing the game when you would have to play with teams such as London Blue, which was Chelsea. It really took away from the immersion. So what we would need to hope is that UFL releases hits the ground running, they have amazing gameplay, and then they would have to invest more money into licensing, which is already expensive as it is, for it to absolutely dominate the scene. We could hope for an amazing partnership between FIFA and UFL, but considering FIFA turned down EA because they weren't willing to go and spend the amount of money that they were hoping to go and spend, the chances of UFL being able to spend that are not ever going to happen, not right now. So it's a bit of a weird place to currently be within the football simulation scene. I haven't got high hopes for EA, I haven't got high hopes for FIFA, and well, we're just hoping for a third party to come through to really give both companies a run for their money. Of course, with this, I'm following along closely, but we probably won't have another video like this until we get confirmation of FC 25, which is not going to happen for quite some time, or FIFA 25, which we don't know if or when we're going to hear anything about it. But for the time being, let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Out of everything that we've talked about, do you have hopes for one of these to come out on top? Or are you like me, where you don't really have much hope for anyone that's currently within this race? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.